Welcome back to the Daily Venture as I talk about an Armor Wars hypothesis on what happened to Tony Stark's absent armored suits. Armor Wars is the next branch in the Iron Man and War Machine legacy, though one idea connects the anecdote to Stark's last 35 suits that haven't existed for some time. Following Avengers: Infinity War, the Marvel Cinematic Universe held a massive peace juncture that stood lost and has, however, to be thoroughly investigated. From 2020 to 2024 to even 25, the remaining heroes of the MCU accomplished what they could to restore in the wake of the defeat against Thanos. While mainly the community changed as pleasingly as possible, the Avengers couldn't allow going of what they forgot to achieve no matter how badly they pushed. Humanity has since been revived, both on Earth and throughout the cosmos. And currently, it's a case of bringing back what was renounced without ruining what brought its place. This will likely involve the actions of James Rhodes as he tries to undo Tony Stark's worst nightmare in the upcoming film Armor Wars. According to one Reddit theorist, the answer to how this war started may lie in the 35 armored suits Tony built during the blip. After seeing his most destructive monster acknowledged and living renounced for inanimate in space, it's unfamiliar what Tony accomplished with the second opportunity he was offered. That said, it's guaranteed he wedded Pepper Potts and bore a daughter with her. Then they retired to a cottage in the timbers of a forest. Nevertheless, it's doubtful this was Tony's prompt reply, including gazing down his most destructive anxiety and loss. Instead, the answer may be similar to what he experienced in Iron Man 3. Following sacrificing himself in the Avengers, Tony suffered trauma from the event that took the form of PTSD. While he seemingly learned to live with his trauma over the years, it's unlikely it completely vanished. After losing to Thanos, Tony's discomfort was probably compounded after failing to keep the other half of the universe safe. To manage, he probably moved around to the lab and created another group of armored suits identical to what he accomplished in Iron Man 3. Case in point: Pepper Potts' rescue armor. To guide into Armor Wars, it's essential to recognize that none of Tony's armor suits from the Mark 50 to even the Mark 85 were ever seen. In particular, some of these innovations could even save the armor said to be contained in Armor Wars for Rhodey. Consequently, with Stark's end overlooking the engineering society, a gap remains to be refilled that numerous curious players may attempt to capitalize on and fill that role. From friendly faces like Justin Hammer to beginners in the industry, Armor Wars may be the narrative of how these 35 suits dropped into corrupt hands. If correct, that would suggest Rhodey would put him on a path to fight his best friend's innovations and even on the route to face new villains, like the Crimson Dynamo, Titanium Man, or Detroit Steel. Though it's not assured, it would be an intelligent way to get the Stark legacy full circle and eventually close a branch on the hero's life. In brief, it would give Rhodey his time to shine in a solo movie of his own. However, it's also hard to consume as Stark's designs to rescue lives would instead be operated and used for paychecks and devastation. So that was my thoughts on the Armor Wars movie with Don Cheadle portraying James Rhodes, aka War Machine, at the helm. What are your thoughts on the movie? Can you see James Rhodes driving his own film? Who else could you see joining the cast? Either way, thank you for watching, and please leave a like and comment below, as I would greatly appreciate it. Until then, venture onward.